My ex said I was a spoiled brat who'd never survive without him. Funny how he's the one begging now. 4 years ago, I walked away from a relationship that nearly destroyed me. My ex and I met in college, different departments, but we clicked instantly. I came from what you'd call an upper middle class family, and apparently that became his obsession. Not mine, his. Those were his words, not mine. I remember one of our first real conversations sitting in the campus coffee shop. Look, I told him, leaning forward so he'd understand how serious I was, I don't care about your background. I really don't. If you and your family are willing, I'll make my family accept you too. That's a promise. He'd smiled then, squeezed my hand. You're sure about that? Completely sure. From day one, even at 20 years old, I made it crystal clear where I stood, and for a while it seemed like enough. Then everything changed in our final semester. He transformed into someone I didn't recognize. Suddenly, every new dress I bought became a reason for criticism. My father became his favorite target, especially after my parents encouraged me to pursue a PhD. He called it an elitist waste of time. You know what your problem is? He said one evening when I showed him my acceptance letter, his voice dripping with contempt. You think a fancy degree makes you better than everyone else. When our mutual friends threw me a celebration party for getting accepted into a prestigious master's program abroad, he refused to show up. His reason? It's not like you got a scholarship. Your father is paying for it. I loved this man with everything I had. I still believe somewhere deep down he loved me too, but I will never understand why he chose to poison those final months of undergrad with so much hatred. He made me feel guilty for ordering pizza. Do you know how much that costs? He'd snap when I'd suggest getting takeout with friends. Of course you don't. You've never had to think about money a day in your life. He scolded me for not knowing his family's puja rituals perfectly. I tried so hard to learn them, practicing the prayers, memorizing the steps, but one mistake during a festival at his parents' house and he pulled me aside afterward, his face tight with anger. You embarrassed me in front of my entire family. I'm sorry, I whispered, feeling tears prick my eyes. I was trying my best. Well, your best isn't good enough, is it? And whenever I tried to defend myself, he'd apologize and say he was just insecure because I'd eventually find someone better than him. The cycle was exhausting. We'd fight, he'd tear me down, I'd cry, and then he'd hold me while apologizing, saying things like, I just love you so much, it scares me. I know you're going to realize you can do better. This toxic cycle continued until my 15-year-old sister, my baby sister, sat me down one afternoon in my childhood bedroom. I need to talk to you, she said, closing the door behind her. What's up? It's about him. She sat on my bed, her expression more serious than I'd ever seen it. You're not yourself anymore. You used to be so confident, so happy. Now you're always anxious, always second-guessing yourself. You're losing yourself in this relationship. Her words hit me like a slap. I love him. I know you do. But does he love you? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like he just wants to control you. That's when I knew I had to draw boundaries. He didn't take it well. Not at all. We met at a park near campus. I'd rehearsed what I wanted to say 100 times. I think we need some space. I need you to respect. Are you breaking up with me? His eyes were wild. Because I'm breaking up with you anyway. To save your life? Someone like me wouldn't know how to maintain a spoiled child like you. Don't call me that. Why not? It's what you are, isn't it? He stood up, pacing. You know what? I know exactly what you're doing. You planned this from the moment you decided to study abroad. You're just waiting to leave so you can rub it in my face that you have everything I don't. You want to make me more miserable. That's not true.
I was crying now, my voice breaking. I never... Save it, we're done. I was absolutely devastated. For months afterward, I could barely eat. The weight fell off me, which ironically everyone said did me favors, but that's a whole other issue. I was a shell of myself. Fast forward 4 years. I didn't date anyone during that time. I threw myself into my studies, traveled when I could, and dealt with a major health scare with my mom that had my parents relocating closer to me. It took time, energy, and focus. Then I met someone. Well, re-met someone. My current boyfriend is someone I've known for years through his brother, who's a close friend from my master's program. I'm genuinely happy now. After my master's degree, I stopped taking financial support from my dad. Sure, I make less money than I might have otherwise, but it's enough. I'm content. A few days ago, I soft launched my boyfriend on my Instagram story. Just a casual post, nothing dramatic. Then yesterday happened. My ex called me from a mutual friend's phone. I didn't recognize the number, so I answered. The moment I heard his voice, my body went into fight or flight mode. My throat tightened. My hands started shaking. He continued, "I know you probably don't want to talk to me, but I needed to tell you. I messed up. I messed up so badly. I still love you. I've always loved you." Hearing his voice nearly gave me a panic attack. I'm taken. I managed to choke out. "Don't contact me again." I hung up immediately, my entire body trembling. Then the texts started flooding in, message after message from our mutual friend's account, all from him. "Please just listen to me. I was immature. Seeing you with another man made me realize how wrong I was. I'm willing to adjust to your family now." As if that was some generous concession, as if he was doing me a favor. I blocked that friend immediately. Today, I called that friend back from a different number to tell him I couldn't trust him anymore. "I'm really sorry," he said. He was just so upset, and I thought, "You thought you'd let him harass me through your phone? Look, I get it, but maybe you could show a little bit of mercy? He's heartbroken." "Heartbroken?" I repeated, my voice rising. "Heartbroken? Do you have any idea what he put me through? I'm just saying, no, we're done. Don't contact me again." I didn't realize until that moment just how deeply his words had scarred me. During that entire conversation, my hands were trembling. My entire body was bracing for a verbal attack, preparing to defend myself against criticism that wasn't even coming. Both my ex and that friend are now blocked, but I still feel so betrayed. My sister called them both a bunch of names that would make a sailor blush when I told her. "What absolute garbage humans," she fumed. "I'm so proud of you for hanging up on him." That helped me calm down a bit, but I needed to get this out. I always thought that talking or thinking about my ex would mean I hadn't moved on, but now, having actually moved on, I understand something different. He didn't just hurt me, he mentally scarred me. And I can't help having conflicted feelings about that.
25 days later. I honestly wasn't planning to update this. I'd basically forgotten about this account. But some serious drama went down over the past couple of days, and I feel like I need to share. My ex has been harassing me through literally almost every single mutual friend we have. I had to cut off quite a few people I used to talk to from college. Initially, I considered cutting everyone off, but then I saw how much he was bothering them, and I didn't want to punish them for his behavior. Most of my girlfriends from college told him to piss off in no uncertain terms, but most of the guys, except for 2 loyal ones, took his side and kept pressuring me to hear him out. Here's the thing. We had this really big friend group in college, and most of those friendships formed because my ex and I were together. We were kind of the glue. So cutting off people I genuinely held close to my heart, it hurt. A lot. And despite most of my girlfriends shutting him and his flying monkeys down, one of my closest friends is married to one of my ex's friends.
She told me she could handle her husband, but I could sense she was getting frustrated with the whole situation. When I called her one evening, I could hear the stress in her voice. "I'm so sorry you're dealing with this," she said. "It's not your fault, but I don't know what to do anymore. How do I make this stop?" There was a pause. "Look, I hate to say this, but everyone would probably stop bothering you if you just talked to him once. Just once to give him closure. You really think that would work?" "I do. And I promise, after that, we'll all tell him to back off for good." So I did. He called me while he was at my friend's house, and I was furious from the moment I answered. "Why are you harassing me like this?" His voice sounded like he'd been crying, very emotional, lots of sniffing. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just needed you to understand." "Understand what? That you're making my life hell again?" "No, listen, please." He took a shaky breath. "I was dealing with depression and self-confidence issues, and I took it all out on you. When I finally realized how badly I treated you, I spiraled even further. I understand now that your background isn't your fault. I'd do anything to make things go back to how they were. That's not possible. I wanted to contact you over the years, but I didn't want to disrupt your career. Only when I saw you with your boyfriend did I realize I might be too late. That's why I needed to talk to you now. Is there really no way for us to get back together?" I was furious, not even at him specifically, more at his sheer audacity. "Let me be absolutely clear," I said, my voice ice cold. "I love my boyfriend. I will most likely marry my boyfriend. And if that doesn't work out, I would literally rather die alone than marry you and into your crazy Orthodox family." "But I'm not finished. Do you know what you've done? You've made me lose respect for so many people. I've lost friends over this. Yes, they took your side, and maybe it's better for the long run that I know who they really are, but I didn't need this drama and mental stress in my life. I hope you're happy with yourself for ruining my friendships with our entire friend group, because there is absolutely no way I'm going to tolerate my own friends harassing me to get back together with a guy who wrecked my life." His words just kept pissing me off more and more, so I hung up on him. My friend later called me back. "I'm so sorry," she said. "My husband and I told him we wouldn't support him anymore. I think most of the friend group has switched to your side now." "Good," I said flatly. "But honestly, I'm done with most of them anyway." "I understand. I really do. You know what? We're in our mid-20s now, not in college anymore. Just because I live far away doesn't mean I'm going to tolerate being bullied. I seriously don't want to speak to most of these people much anymore because they've ruined all the respect I had for them. Sure, you never know who you might need in life, but I've made it clear. They're on thin ice." Meanwhile, my boyfriend and I are incredibly happy. My parents are healthy. My little sister is doing amazingly well in life. My career is going great. I'm going to spend my time and energy on things that matter: my family, my relationship, my goals. I'm counting my blessings. Whenever I heard crazy ex stories, I always thought it would never happen to me because mine hated me, right? He made that perfectly clear when he left. But screw him. He can live in misery for all I care. I'm so glad I dodged that bullet. Actually, scratch that. I dodged a whole missile.